that way. Okay, that's enough posing. Okay, so today we're talking about Lady with an Ermine. So, Lady with an Ermine was commissioned by Ludovico Sforza around 1489. So, some backstory on Ludovico. Leonardo moved to Milan in 1482. He was a court entertainer for Duke Gian Galeazzo Sforza. John became Duke when he was 7 years old. Fun fact, he was also the brother of Caterina Sforza. Because he was so young, his uncle Ludovico was the regent. Eventually, in 1494, John died and Ludovico became Duke himself. Lady with an Ermine is a portrait of Cecilia Gallerani. Cecilia was a mistress to Ludovico. At the time of the commission, she was about 15 years old and pregnant or about to become pregnant. She gave birth the following year. There are 4 possible reasons for the Ermine. Reason 1, it was a pun on her name. The Greek word for Ermine is Gale, so it goes with her last name, Gallerani. Reason number 2, Ludovico was a member of the Order of the Ermine. He liked to use ermines to represent himself. Number 3, white ermines represent purity. You always want purity in your portraits. And number 4 is, in literature, ermines were seen as a protector of pregnant women. Like I said earlier, she was pregnant at the time, or at least about to become pregnant. I like the pun explanation because it ties in with the pun in Ginevra de' Benci's. In Ginevra de' Benci, we also had another symbol of purity, or I guess female virtue. Close enough. So Leonardo finished this in the early 1490s. In 1498, Isabella d'Este, who was the sister of Ludovico's wife Beatrice, wrote to Cecilia and asked to borrow the portrait. Isabella was looking to get a portrait of herself done, and she was deciding whether or not she wanted to get one from Leonardo. Cecilia did let her borrow the portrait, and Beatrice said that yes, she did want a portrait from Leonardo, but Leonardo never actually painted her portrait. He did do a drawing of her, but then he decided he had other things to do, like look at rivers. Something I find interesting about the portrait is the fact she is looking off-screen. I'm not sure if off-screen is the correct term for paintings. It's definitely not off-stage. She's looking to her left, the viewer's right. Leonardo's other portraits of women, or at least surviving portraits of women, Ginevra de' Benci, La Belle Ferronniere, and Mona Lisa, they are all looking at the viewer. Cecilia is not. Now the painting is in Czartoryski Museum in Krakow, Poland. I apologize for the way I pronounced that. I'm trying my best. This is one of my favorite Leonardo paintings. I don't really have any deep reason. I just like animals, especially small furry animals like ermines. Kitten, where are you going?